It's a very dramatic entrance that I'm going to make here. Calm yourselves, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about SEO. I know. Exciting stuff. It's absolutely at the top of everybody's list of what they want to know about, what keeps them awake at night, wondering, worrying about SEO. And so I am here to help you get that kind of worry out of the way. So my first question to you is, do you fully understand what SEO is? My intention today is not to educate you on, how to do SEO, but more about understanding what SEO is versus, say, SEM and social media marketing, and also how important it is for your business. Oh, I've got a joke for you to start things off with. This is such a heavy, deep topic, so we need to lighten up the load, right? So, what is the perfect place to bury dead bodies at? Anybody know? Well, page 2 of Google, since no one looks there. That deserves a sip of tea. I thought that was pretty clever and pretty fitting for today's show. So what kind of questions, roadblocks, challenges, clarifications that you need when it comes to SEO for your website? I did get a question just the other day from a client, and she had asked, is blogging the best way to rank a website? And I thought that was a really interesting question and a very valid question too. So when we talk about SEO and SEO optimizing a website, and SEO, just in case you're not sure, SEO stands for search engine optimization. And what we mean by that is when somebody goes into Google or Bing or Yahoo, it's not just Google, we want our website to come up at the top of the search rankings when somebody is looking for or trying to solve a problem with the kind of product or service that we provide. We want our website listing to show up at the top. Because as my joke said, even if you're on page 2 or page 3 or worse, past that, the odds are slim that you're going to be found. That people are actually going to click enough to find your website and click on your website to get that, to find out more information about you. So it doesn't matter how brilliantly your services are or how amazing your products are, if your website is not appearing hopefully on that first page of Google when people are doing searches for that product or service, then your SEO is not all that great. So just to clarify, I'm going to get back to that question about the blogging, because I wanted to clarify one more thing, is that a lot of people get confused about the difference between SEO, SEM, and even social media marketing. So SEO is search engine optimization, where we are physically doing things on your website in order to optimize it so that it will have better chances of having higher rankings in the search engine results. SEM is search engine marketing. So that's a little bit different. That is actually Google ads and Bing ads and Yahoo ads and all the kinds of advertisement possibilities that you have when, within the search engines. And then there's social media marketing or content marketing, all those kinds of things. And that obviously social media marketing is to do with marketing your business on social media using Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, Twitter ads, Pinterest ads, and Instagram ads, all those kinds of ads. That's social media marketing. And then content marketing, relationship marketing, that's us just generating a relationship with our followers on social media. It may or may not include paying advertisements. So I need to make that clear, because many times even our clients will say, hey, what's happening with the SEO? and we're not doing any SEO for you. And what they really meant was, the Facebook ad campaign that was running. So be careful with your terminology, because when you talk to people who understand the difference between those, then it can get a little confusing to the people that you're talking to, because you're talking about, it's literally apples and oranges. So with blogging is a really, to me, it's an extremely important tool to use both in SEO and in content marketing, which is very closely tied in with your social media marketing. And the reason for that is Google. We'll talk about Google in relation to all of the search engines. But Google is looking for websites that are relevant and are active and are showing signs that it's an important website, because a lot of people are visiting it. A lot of people are finding that it is relevant information in it for them, and they're sticking around. They're not just bouncing off right away, figuring, oh, I went to the wrong place. And so one of those components is that Google's looking for the relevancy, as well as the continually updating it. Is it a dead in the water website? So if you haven't updated your website even in a couple of months, heaven forbid, a couple of years, then blogging is definitely a way to resurrect your rankings with Google by adding in an article. Even if it's just once a month, that's better than nothing at all. And that's triggering the search engines that, we've got new content here. And the relevancy part comes in when you are blogging specifically for what your target market is asking for. What do they need from you? What kind of challenges, problems, or situations can you solve in your blog post that's related to them? Because at the end of the day, you want your blog post to showcase your expertise and get that idea to your ideal target market that, hey, I know what I'm talking about, or my product or service is ideal for your situation. This is why. And then at the bottom, click here and let's have a free consultation, or click here and purchase, whatever. So that is why blogging is very relevant with your search engine rankings, with the SEO, because if you are creating blogs that are specific for your target audience, then it's going to stand for reason that you're going to have keyword searched phrases in there that your target audience is going to be searching for in the search engines. So as an example, if for me, let's use this as an example. Later today, I'm going to be converting this video into a blog post. I'm going to upload it into YouTube, and then I'm going to embed that into a blog post. And then we're going to create an article about the topic of here. So my intention is that if people have any questions about, okay, well, let's use my example here. Is blogging the best way to rank a website? I'm going to make sure that phrase itself is actually in the article, because that would be a typical question that somebody might ask, because it was a question that one of our clients asked, and we're in the process of building her website, and she was questioning, should I even do blogging? And of course I told her, of course you have to. But so I'm going to take that one step further though, because she asked, is it the best way to get to page number 1? There are no guarantees on the planet Earth that you're going to get to page 1 on the Google search engines. And the reason for that is nobody knows what those algorithms are that Google uses to dictate what is going to show up on page 1, other than what I just told you. It's going to look for relevancy. It's going to look for an active website. It's going to look for how many people are landing on that website and sticking around. If they're sticking around, that means that they found something that they're interested in. If they're bouncing off right away, that means it wasn't relevant for them. So that's some of the things that Google uses as those metrics. But at the end of the day, there are no guarantees. All that we can do is know our ideal client as best possible, understand the language that ideal client is using. If they were to type out in the search engines some kind of a phrase that would get them to go to your website to get the answer that they're looking for. And blogging is a fantastic way of doing that. Denise asks, what are the steps you take to optimize a website? So that is a very loaded question, Denise. Now we have in our blog some articles about SEO. So maybe if Nikki's around, if she can do a little search on our website and find some articles that helps with that. There are some main things that we want to do. Your most important is like your title tag. On your website, up above the HTTP, there's a little title there. It gives the title of what your website is all about. So you want your title tag to have pertinent keywords in there because Google is looking at that. And then also your description tag, the description of that particular page. So every page has its own title tag and its own description. And the description gives you a little bit more room, more characters to work with, and making sure that what you're putting in there includes those keywords, those either short tail, but more better is long tail keywords. And it's that's too much of a subject for me to get into on defining what a long tail keyword is, but you can look that up. And so those are the two primary. Then you also want to make sure that your page is has the H1, the H2, H3 title tags. Google is looking for that. You want to have your keywords in the copy, in the content of your website, but you don't want to keyword stuff. So you don't want to overdo it. One of the greatest tools that are in use right now to help guide you on some of these areas on how many characters you can have and even gives you some suggestions is to use SEO Yoast. In my Amplify Business Academy membership program, I talked a lot about how to use SEO Yoast when in putting in a blog post. And of course, SEO Yoast can be used for not just blog posts, but also for pages. So look that up or come and join us for Amplify Business Academy. It's a monthly program on teaching all kinds of things about search engine marketing and social media marketing. And I'm just about to upload a brand new training on newsletters, everything you need to know about creating and sending out newsletters and list building and things like that. So yeah, the best way to get on the top of the search engine rankings, I was watching a video not too long ago from Neil Patel. He's a search engine specialist and marketer and stuff like that. And he was talking about how it's easy to go from, say, your top 1,000 to the top 100. Because, like if you're on page 50, just a little bit of SEO optimization on your website and you're going to, increase that ranking pretty fast. But it's a little bit harder to go from, say, ranking number 80 up to page 2 or 3. You're going to need a little more SEO juice to do that. And that's where, honestly, unless you want to become an SEO specialist, sometimes it is in your ROI to hire an SEO specialist to do that work for you. This is Daniel's full-time job, the SEO and the SEM. That's what he does all day long. And that's why I've asked him to be on the call with me today, because I don't know nearly as much as he does. Years ago, I used to do it all myself when I was a one-woman show. And then one day he asked me, hey, is there anything I could do to help? And I go, sure. Here, take over the SEO. It was becoming too much of a beast because literally every day there's something new to learn. The algorithms are constantly changing and there's constant updates. One day one thing will work and the next day something else doesn't work. Like back when I was doing SEO, keywords, like the meta tag keywords was the thing. You had to put in 50 keywords in order to get found. And now, that's basically been obliterated. It's no longer, used or needed or detected at all. It's an evolving thing. So what you learned 6 months ago may not be relevant anymore, and things have changed, times have changed. It's just like working with Facebook. You know how often Facebook changes its algorithms in order for us to get rankings in our Facebook page. Right now, live video is the thing. This is what we need to do. But then 6 months from now, a year from now, it might be something completely different, and live video is not getting us any traction at all. So I do recommend, and obviously, this is a service that we provide. So if you are interested, give us a call. Nikki will post in the comment section a link to our SEO services page, and Daniel can have a chat with you to see if your website needs to be SEO optimized, because I think that's also something that a lot of business owners wonder about. Is it worth the expense? In my opinion, it is, with a caveat. So because the SEO has evolved so much and things keep changing all the time, it isn't advisable to put all of your eggs into that one basket. It's my opinion that yes, you definitely want to do search engine optimization, optimize your website as best you can. And I just realized I didn't finish all the things that you could be doing. Now, one of the things is how the quality of the website, how well is it built on the back end? There's a lot of crap websites out there. And those crap websites are so mired with horrible code that the search engines have a hard time indexing the actual content. So your free websites and your WYSIWYG, your done for you WYSIWYG, kind of editors, drag and drop editors, they bloat your website, they slow it down, and the search engines really don't respond as well to those kinds of sites as it would if it were cleanly built the way we build websites. I was saying that the SEO is definitely necessary. I highly recommend that you couple it with SEM. And the reason for that is SEO is a long-term strategy. It's just like content marketing. It takes a while for those search engines to generate the data it needs to find out whether you should be ranked higher or not. It takes longer and longer to do that. Yes, you're going to get on the search engines, and depending on how well your site was built, depends on how quickly it'll get up to like page 5 or 6 or something like that. But to get it to page number 1 or 2 requires a lot of time and effort, more SEO optimization plus some extended time. And because of Google looking at, how many people are clicking on your link, how many people are sticking around after they have gone to your website, that kind of data takes time to be generated. The best way to reach those high rankings is to slowly and gradually increase your rankings rather than doing black hat SEO techniques that might get you quick results quickly, but you're going to really take a nosedive as soon as Google catches on. So, wise note to the wise. All of those emails that you get, all of those phone calls that you get from random people saying, hey, your website doesn't rank number 1, hire me and I'll rank it to number 1 for you. Delete, 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 ignore, ignore, ignore. These guys are the black hat SEO people. They are the ones who are usually overseas, and they use every trick under the hood. Black hat means not advised. You don't do black hat SEO, and you'll get quick results. You'll pay through the nose, and then all of a sudden your website has been really tanked. So SEO combined with SEM, and SEM is your paid search listings. That is when, if you do a Google search, just do a Google search for anything. Do one for web designer in Abbotsford. Although we don't have any ads up right now, so that's probably not the best example. But if we were running an ad campaign right now, and you wrote in, the best web developer in Abbotsford, if we were running an ad campaign, our ad more than likely will show up in the first 3 spots of that results. Not always, because it all depends on the ad budget. Like, if you only spend $20, you're only going to show up a few times before your budget has been run out. And that's something that Daniel can explain. So the more money you spend, the more opportunity that more eyeballs will see your listing. But when you do run an ad campaign, the odds are higher that you will land on page number 1 as one of those ad listings. And many people either A, don't realize that that is an ad, or B, knowing that it is an ad, it's more of a legitimate business, because only legitimate businesses are going to be paying ads, for ads to get people. For the most part, obviously, there's going to be nefarious people who are going to try and suck you in, but the odds are better that it's a legitimate business. That is what I highly recommend: SEO plus SEM for best results. The SEM, the ads, are going to get you immediate results. They're going to show up on those search engines. People are going to click on them. You're going to get people driven to your website. And then, of course, your website is a whole other matter. It needs to be set up in order to convert those visitors. Is it addressing the problem, challenge, or situation that they need to have addressed in order to be convinced that they are on the right place? Have a strong call to action at the bottom, and then and then your best case scenario is for them to take advantage of that call to action, which can be buy now, or sign up for my newsletter, or download your free gift, or sign up for the webinar, whatever. Right? That's a whole nother subject for a different day. I would love it to hear from you if you have any other questions about SEO. And even if you're wondering, okay, if you have a specific type of business, like say you're a coach, do coaches need to have a SEO optimized website or not? So let me know if that's a question for you, or whatever kind of business that you have. Shayla, welcome back, Shayla. Nice to see you back. So Shayla asks, if I only have a YouTube channel, do you recommend a website? Oh, yes. Heaven forbid. And then she clarified for SEO purposes. Yes, there's a very little that you can say to convince me that building a business only on YouTube is a worthwhile business. More than likely, I'm assuming that maybe you want to be an influencer and you're making money as an influencer through referrals and affiliate links and all that kind of stuff on YouTube. It's probably working for you right now, but at any moment, YouTube, as they did, was about a year ago now, they changed all of their, not their algorithms, but they changed all the rules of engagement on being able to optimize and capitalize on YouTube. And a lot of people just suddenly were, dropped off the face of the earth because they didn't meet the requirements anymore for that, for making money. You cannot build a business based on someone else's platform, meaning any of the social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, whatever. It might be working short term, but it's not a long-term strategy by no stretch of the imagination. What I would recommend that you do, and Shayla, I don't know what your business is, so if you want to, here, I'm going to put your other question back up. If you want to let me know what kind of business that you have, I can, more clarify and explain. But what you can do is definitely still use YouTube as a primary marketing channel, but take those videos and embed them as blog posts into your website so that you're driving traffic to your website as well. And then you have more of an opportunity to showcase whatever other products and services that you want to provide. A really good example, and maybe Nikki, you can do a quick search for me, is judydbeauty.com. judydbeauty.com is a budding influencer on YouTube, and we built her a website. Now, mind you, she does offer other services and products. She's a beauty consultant. She makeup and skincare and lifestyle well. And so, you know, her primary focus was on YouTube, and we built her a website so that we could take all of those YouTube videos, put them into a blog post so that she can also showcase other services and products and programs that she's offering. So the idea is that the traffic goes there, and then, you know, they kind of handshake together, right? You know, from YouTube, you want to drive traffic back to your website can go back to YouTube, and you can take advantage of that. A website has to be the central part of your business. It has to be the nucleus of all of the marketing spokes in your marketing wheel. YouTube is one of those spokes. Facebook, you know, Pinterest and Instagram and SEO and SEM, all of those other things can point back to your website, and that is sustainable. That is what you're going to be building, and not relying on a third-party social media platform that can change its algorithms in an instant and you've been tanked. Yeah, so Daniel mentioned that, you know, they can feed off of each other, right? Yeah, YouTube has limitations of content and are competing with billions of others. And where you are competing with large populations in your field, but you can narrow down your niche within the website. You cannot optimize nearly the same in a website. Yeah, I mean, you cannot optimize YouTube nearly the same as you can in a website. It's much more efficiently within your own platform. Yeah, Daniel said people just love the exciting topic of SEO. I agree. It is so exciting. But hey, you know, like if you have any questions at all, give us a call. This is something that is right up our alley. We build SEO optimized websites. And then after the website has been built, then we do further SEO optimization, and we can do the SEM, social media marketing. You know, we build long-term relationships with our clients. So we don't just leave you after the website has been built. We help you with that ongoing marketing to drive traffic back to your website, get your list building going and stuff like that. So if you haven't liked our eVision Media page yet, please click that like button and do share this with your followers. If you enjoyed what we were talking about today, share it with your followers and spread the word, let people know what we're all about here in case they are interested in hearing more about how to best market their business. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for showing up. We'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.